What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video I'm going to be covering something that basically the months leading up to me getting this car, I had this question basically every single day and was googling and just doing research every single day and was just wondering, you know, basically what are the best 3 mods or the first 3 mods I should do for this car. So, and I've seen quite a few people ask this in the comments as well, you know, what first mod should they get for their Genesis Coupe. So I figured today we will be going over the top 3 mods that I think you should get before anything else for your Genesis Coupe. Now, I do have a 3.8 Genesis Coupe. I do not own a 2.0T. So maybe for you 2.0T guys, you could replace one of these mods I'm about to say with a downpipe, because a full exhaust on a 2.0T would probably make a pretty big difference, more so than an intake, which I just spoiled one of the mods for you guys. An intake is, but I'm sure you could have probably guessed that, because what other mod would I say? Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into this video and talk about the 3 mods that in my opinion I think you should get before any other mod. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. The first mod that I would recommend before anything else on a Genesis Coupe would have to be a catback exhaust. Now, don't get me wrong, the 3.8s and the 2.0T's stock sound pretty damn good, but these 3.8s, man, once you put an exhaust on them, it literally changes the whole entire car. Like this car, I mean, I don't want to say you could mistake the sound of it for a GTR, but like literally it sounds to me and basically everybody else I know like a GTR without the turbos. And let me tell you, that sounds hella good. We'll go ahead and get a close-up look at the exhaust. It's called the ISR race exhaust. That's what I have. It's basically just an aftermarket straight pipe for the car. Now, there are a lot of options for exhaust on this car, but I just went with the loudest one because, I don't know, I thought it sounded dope. And I'm sure a lot of you guys would probably agree with that this is the best sounding exhaust for the Genesis Coupe. But my second choice would definitely have to be the CNT V3 exhaust. Now that is basically this same exact exhaust, but it has muffler, so it's not as loud, but it still sounds damn good. So I'll go ahead and get a quick little start up for you guys and some revs with this exhaust. Now, I'm not gonna lie, yes, those were not the greatest revs. There were some pretty weak revs, but I'm one of those dudes that does not like to rev the shit out of my car until it is fully warmed up. And the weather today is pretty chilly actually, so my car has just been sitting here and it's definitely not warmed up, and I'd rather just not break something basically. I do, however, though, have a lot of other videos with some flat out revs and flat out accelerations in this car. So if you're interested in what this exhaust sounds like under full load, make sure you check one of those videos out, because you'll get a damn good idea of it for sure. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into the second mod that I would recommend. Well, this is of course in my opinion, but I'm always right. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, the second mod that I think any Genesis Coupe owner should install in their Genesis Coupe would have to be test pipes. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a good shot of these just because I'm in the, no, there's no absolute way that you guys will be able to see these, but test pipes. Now, I have depot test pipes. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think they make them anymore. Now, basically all test pipes for this car are exactly the same. It's just a 2.5 inch wide steel tube, basically 2 steel tubes, and as long as it's 2.5 inches wide and will fit the stock exhaust or stock downpipes, I guess, then you're good to go. But I do know of a few 3-inch ones, but they will not fit the stock downpipes because the stock downpipes are not 3 inches, they're 2.5 inches. So if you are thinking about going with the 3-inch ones, don't, basically, unless you've got aftermarket downpipes as well. A bit of a disclaimer, I guess you could say, I had my exhaust and my test pipes installed at the exact same time, so I did not get to hear my car with only one or the other. I got to hear it with both at the same time, so I went from stock to catback and test pipes. So unfortunately, I cannot tell you guys you know, the difference of just test pipes or just a catback, but trust me, if you are looking for exhaust mods, the test pipes and the catback are the way to go. It will liven this car up so much. And really the test pipes, like the main thing I noticed with them, I guess you could say, well, I mean, it could be because of the catback as well, because like I said, I got them installed at the same time. But after I had both of those mods on the car, the throttle response was so much crispier, man. Like, it was just a whole lot better, basically. I forgot to mention, I've been meaning to tell you guys the prices of all these mods as well. So, just real quick before we hop into the third and final mod, the price of the catback, the ISR catback anyway. Now, just one more time, this is an ISR race exhaust, and the price of that is $770 US, which is not cheap, but it is definitely not the most expensive exhaust for this car. Those arc exhausts with those crazy looking welds and the crazy twists and turns on the mufflers and shit, those things run you like $1,400, and they don't even sound this good. So yeah, the price of this exhaust, about $770. Now, the price of the test pipes, these were actually the cheapest test pipes on the market. They were $150, but like I said, they unfortunately don't make these ones anymore. But as long as you get yourself a pair of 2.5-inch test pipes, then you'll be good to go. So, I mean, the average price for those is about $175 to $225, so just think $200 for test pipes, we'll just say. So test pipes cost you about 200 bucks, and trust me, it's worth every penny of it. On to the third and final mod that I would recommend if you own a Genesis Coupe. That is, of course, if you own a 3.8. Now, if you own a 2.0T, I would say skip out on this mod and go ahead and get yourself some downpipes, because you will notice much bigger gains with the downpipes than you will with the third and final mod, which is, of course, the intake. Now, if you guys saw my video about a month ago of us installing this one, it's a pretty simple job to do, honestly, and it took us probably no longer than an hour, and this was literally the first time I've ever done anything like this, and it was pretty damn easy. We just followed the instructions and everything went awesome. This is the InGen SRI short ram intake. They do have a decent amount of intake options for this car, but from everything I've seen, this is basically your best bet. Now, there is supposed to be a better intake for this car, and it's not a short ram, it's actually a full cold air intake. But the problem is with that one, you literally have to cut out the washer reservoir right here, and there is no relocation kit for it. So you would have to cut this out, and you would have to yourself relocate it somewhere where it would fit, and it would just be a big pain in the ass. I did not want to have to cut anything out of my car, so I just figured I would go with the basically the best option in my opinion. I mean, the other one is supposed to be the best, the one that you're supposed to cut out the washer fluid reservoir for. But in my opinion, if you got to cut out the washer fluid reservoir, it's not the best, because that's a pain in the ass to do, and it does not come with a relocation kit, so that's a pain in the ass to figure out. And basically, your best bet is just to go with this InGen SRI right here. This will run you about $248. I just checked; it is on sale right now for $248. It is normally about $280. But that is, of course, marked down right now to $250. So if you guys are interested in copying yourselves an intake for your Genesis, I would suggest go ahead and do it right now while it's on sale. Also, like I said, I will be leaving links for all of these products in the description. No, they are not affiliate links, and yes, they will all be through Gen Racer. In my opinion, I honestly think Gen Racer is the best website to get your Genesis parts from. They just have the biggest selection, and they're reliable and they're fast. The last thing I ordered from them was the intake, and that literally got here within like 3 or 4 business days. And I live across the country basically. Like, it shipped from California. I live over here in Kentucky. It got here in 3 to 4 days. Can't really beat that. Now, unfortunately, this is not a paid product placement for Gen Racer, but if you would like it to be Gen Racer and you are watching this video, feel free to contact me. I would be more than happy to partner with you guys. But yeah, those, in my opinion, like I said, are the top 3 mods that I think you should get for a Genesis Coupe 3.8, I guess. I mean, if you have a 2.0T, I would definitely, instead of getting an intake, get yourself a set of get yourself a downpipe if you want bigger performance gains. You can never go wrong with an intake, but I would definitely have to say go with the downpipe on a 2-liter turbo. Now, real quick, before we wrap this video up, I just wanted to go over basically the price to do everything that is done to this car performance mod wise. And so let's just jump right into that. The exhaust will run you about $770. The intake will run you about $250. and then the test pipes will run you about $200. So intake $250, test pipes $200, so that's $450 plus basically $800. That's basically $1,200 because that's without shipping, so it'll probably end up being a little bit over $1,200 because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that exhaust was very heavy. Unfortunately, it is not a titanium exhaust, it's a full stainless steel one, so it's pretty heavy, and shipping is definitely not the cheapest, but it is worth it. So yeah, you're looking at about probably $1,250, $1,300 shipped to your door for these 3 mods. But let me tell you, if you guys are looking to modify your Genesis, look no farther, because I think that you'll be extremely happy with the results of putting these mods on your car. Like, it just makes the car a completely different car, and it's just so awesome and fun to drive. I mean, obviously it's fun to drive before you do these mods, but after, you will be thanking yourself that you did these mods, because trust me, it's hella sick. I hope I could answer all your guys' questions about what first mods to get for a Genesis Coupe. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I would be more than happy to answer them. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. But that is all for this one. Peace out. I will see you guys in the next one.